But in order to be your most powerful marketing tool, your website needs to serve your ideal clients well by helping them quickly and easily understand what you offer, how you can help solve their problem, and how they can work with you. In other words, your website needs to include the right information, because if it takes longer than 5 seconds for website visitors to determine the answers to these questions, they are practically guaranteed to leave your site, meaning you'll miss out on business. Hey there, you're listening to the Priority Pursuit Podcast, a podcast dedicated to helping small business owners and leaders define, maintain, and pursue both their personal and business priorities so they can build lives and businesses they love. I'm your host, Victoria Rayburn, and today I want to talk about a mistake that we often see small businesses make, which is spending time and money on marketing before building a firm marketing foundation. You see, in a world where new marketing tools, tactics, and trends are constantly changing and emerging, small businesses often assume that they need to put their energy and resources into the latest marketing fads. And while there is, don't get me wrong, there is certainly power in capitalizing on trends, and it's important to know what's happening within the marketing industry. All of these tools and tactics are a waste of time, money, and resources if you have yet to lay the foundation for successful marketing, which includes clarifying your message and building a strategic lead generating website. So in this episode, I want to break down why these two critical steps matter and exactly how you can set yourself up for marketing success. Now, if you've listened to a single episode of Priority Pursuit, you already know the importance of clear, customer-focused messaging. However, in case this is your first time tuning in and because this should be your top marketing priority, let's talk about it. The fact of the matter is that you can build a stunning website, post a reel a day, implement sales funnels, and capitalize on all of the latest trends and do all the marketing things you're supposed to do. However, all of these efforts and tactics are a waste of time, money, and resources if you don't know what to say to your ideal customers. In other words, clear messaging, which is communication that your ideal customers can understand quickly and easily, is the key to successful marketing. Because in order to convert prospects into paying customers, you have to know exactly what to say to connect with your ideal customers, hold their attention, and ultimately make them want to do business with you. And again, if you don't take the time to clarify your messaging and determine what to say, all of your marketing efforts are useless. Now, the best way to create clear customer-focused messaging is to write what we call your marketing guiding statements. Now, we have talked about marketing guiding statements, and I don't know how many episodes at this point, but in case you aren't familiar with this idea, marketing guiding statements are written guidelines that position your brand and business as a trusted partner. And the process of developing these statements gives you the information you need to write clear, concise, and effective messaging in a story-based framework. And when you take the time to create marketing guiding statements, you can refer to this language as you work on writing website copy, blog posts, social media posts, or literally developing any other marketing piece to make sure that your marketing is customer focused as opposed to being braggy or salesy, and that your marketing language or marketing pieces have the power to convert your ideal customers. Now, with this in mind, clear messaging is a crucial aspect of your marketing foundation, as it is going to, first of all, ensure that your marketing uses the right language in order to be effective. And then secondly, it's going to give you so much time back. I mean, how many times have you stared at that blinking cursor, just not knowing what to say? Well, when you take the time to write your marketing guiding statements, you'll know exactly what to say. Heck, you can even copy and paste a lot of the time. Essentially, I want you to think of your marketing guiding statements as the GPS of your marketing efforts. Once you write them and make them the cornerstone of your marketing efforts, you're be more easily get to where you want to go, because all of your marketing materials will be written in a way that allows you to actually connect with your best customers. Now, I know this has been a very, very brief overview of a very critical step, but to give you a little insight into the effectiveness of clear messaging, I can honestly say that back in my wedding photography days, which literally only came to an end like a matter of months ago, my marketing, though, it worked because I knew exactly who I was talking to and what they needed to hear. And this resulted in my business standing out as couples searched for wedding photographers. You see, I specifically targeted type A brides in the Indianapolis area because I knew my ideal client was highly detail-oriented. My messaging very much revolved around the fact that I would provide thorough communication and pay attention to the little details so that my detail-oriented brides could enjoy their big days while being confident that they would love their wedding photos. And this messaging made me the obvious choice for my ideal clients because I was able to speak directly to their problem, which was the fact that they were worried that they weren't going to love their wedding photos because they were afraid that their photographer wouldn't be as detail-oriented as they were. Again, this messaging made me the obvious choice for my ideal customers, but it also helped differentiate me from my competitors. I mean, if you're a couple looking for a wedding photographer, like who are you more likely to remember? A wedding photographer who simply offers wedding photography services and says cliche things like, yay, marriage. I mean, there are better examples than that. Or a wedding photographer who empathizes and helps solve a problem for type A brides. I mean, who are you more likely to remember, even if you don't necessarily resonate with that messaging? Now, truly knowing my ideal client and having clear messaging didn't just help with my marketing. It also helped me to thoroughly enjoy my job. You see, I'm a highly detail-oriented person, and I just was not going to enjoy working with couples who didn't care about timelines or the many little details that go into a wedding. So in addition to improving your revenue, take the time to understand your ideal clients and take the time to create messaging specifically for them, because this is what is going to help you attract more of the people you actually want to work with. And who doesn't want that? Now, because we know that small business marketing cannot succeed without clear messaging, we put together a free mini course that walks you through exactly how to write your small business's marketing guiding statements. To take the first step to effective marketing for small businesses, writing your marketing guiding statements mini course, visit the link in the show notes or go to treefrogmarketing.com/marketing guiding statements, which is all one word without any spaces, hyphens, or special characters. So treefrogmarketing.com/marketing guiding statements. And just to make this clear one more time, your marketing will not be successful, meaning it won't convert or attract your ideal customers if you don't have clear customer-focused messaging. So before you spend another minute or dollar on your marketing, please take the time to write your marketing guiding statements. Again, you can learn how to write these statements with our free mini course, which can be found in the show notes or at treefrogmarketing.com/marketing guiding statements. So yes, your first marketing priority should be creating clear customer-focused messaging.
What would you do with an extra 45 minutes every workday? That would save you 16 hours a month or roughly 8 days a year. And over the course of your career, we're talking about over 1 year of your life saved. All that time back. Well, many independent business owners spend far more than 45 minutes a day on administrative tasks. And with HoneyBook, you can get that time back and then some. HoneyBook lets you easily manage projects, contracts, invoices, scheduling, and client communication, saving you time and allowing you to better serve your clients. For a discount on your first year of HoneyBook, visit honeybook.com and subscribe with the code PriorityPursuit. 45 minutes a day adds up quickly. Use it to focus on what matters most.
Many small businesses don't have an effective marketing strategy, and because of this, they try one tactic after another without seeing results. This not only prevents consistent business growth, it makes managing marketing efforts more difficult than it should be. As a marketing agency for small businesses, we understand how frustrating it can be when hard work doesn't deliver the results that you want. Because of this, Treefrog has developed a proven 4-step marketing system that will help any small business grow. On our website, you can also schedule a 30-minute discovery call to discuss working with Treefrog to build a marketing strategy that will allow your small business to finally see the growth you've been working so hard to achieve.
Now, let's move on to the second step of building a firm marketing foundation, which is creating a strategic lead generating website. While social media, email marketing, and other marketing tactics and tools certainly matter, your website is the foundation of all your marketing and communication efforts and is your small business's most powerful marketing tool. So at the end of the day, all of your marketing tools exist to help drive traffic to your website. And your site is where your ideal clients will get the information they need, decide to take action, and convert to paying customers. That said, it isn't enough just to have a website. So many small business owners assume that if you just slap up a website, business will come. But in order to be your most powerful marketing tool, your website has to do a couple things. First, it needs to serve your ideal clients well by helping them quickly and easily understand what you offer, how you can help solve their problem, and how they can work with you. In other words, your website needs to include the right information. Because if it takes longer than 5 seconds for website visitors to determine the answers to these questions, they are practically guaranteed to leave your site, meaning you'll miss out on business. Now, in our experience, there are 8 things that every business's website needs to include to convert site visitors into paying customers. If you'd like to learn what those 8 elements are, visit treefrogmarketing.com/website to access our free guide, 8 things every small business's website must include to convert visitors into paying customers. When your website includes these 8 elements and any other information that is pertinent to your ideal client specifically, which you can determine when you thoroughly understand who your ideal client is, your website will be so much more likely to convert your ideal customers and repel those who just aren't the right fit for your business. Basically, when your website includes the right information, it's going to serve as a 24/7 salesperson that generates business and saves time by filtering out unqualified leads. Again, please be sure to visit treefrogmarketing.com/website or the link in the show notes to access our guide, 8 things every small business's website must include to convert visitors into paying customers so that you can turn your website into a lead generating machine. Now, in addition to including the right information, your website also needs to be found where your ideal clients are already likely searching for your products and services, which is among the top of Google search results. You see, 97% of people use Google when they're in need of a product or service. As a result, if you can get your website and business to rank on the first page of Google, you can get your information in front of prospects who are actively searching for and likely ready to purchase exactly what you have to offer. Basically, when your website ranks at the top of Google search results, you don't have to spend so much of your time going after new leads. Instead, many of your strongest leads will start coming to you through Google. With this in mind, in phase 2 of the flywheel marketing method, you want to take the time to optimize your website and business for search engines. SEO, which stands for search engine optimization in case you aren't familiar, is a free process that helps your website rank well on Google or other search engines when users conduct searches related to your products, services, or content. There are a lot of moving parts to a successful SEO strategy, but SEO has the power to do big things for your small business. After all, when people intentionally look for a service or product, most go to Google, and many are ready to make a purchase. So when your website is one of the first solutions that they see in search, they will be more likely to purchase from you. Now, as a side note, SEO only works if your website serves your customers well. If your site isn't built well and it doesn't include the right information, like we just discussed, it isn't going to convert website visitors into paying customers, which, yes, is a problem. So SEO can get people to your website. Just to make this clear, SEO can get people to your website, but it can't convert them. So don't waste your time doing SEO work if you don't have a site that serves your ideal customers well. That said, if you are going to spend time and money on a website, you are shortchanging yourself if your site isn't optimized for search engines because you're limiting the reach of your site. So these 2 things, including the right information and SEO, go hand in hand. Now, there are a lot of moving parts to a successful SEO strategy, and we aren't going to get into the technicalities in this episode. However, if you want to learn exactly how to optimize your website for Google, go back and listen to episode 106, How to Optimize Your Website for Search Engines, which you can find at the link in the show notes or wherever you listen to podcasts. Now, I know that spending time or money honing your messaging and developing a strategic website might not sound like a lot of fun when you could be creating reels, TikTok videos, or working on or thinking about another aspect of your marketing that is just like seemingly more exciting or that you enjoy a bit more. But here's the thing. If you don't know what to say in an Instagram reel, just as for instance, your ideal customers aren't going to notice or engage with it, making the time that it took to create it a total waste of time. And if you do get people to your website, but your website doesn't include the right information, prospects aren't going to convert, meaning your site was a poor investment of time or money. Basically, all of your marketing efforts are a waste of time, money, and resources if you don't have a firm marketing foundation. So if you don't have clear messaging and you don't have a strategic lead generating website. So friend, before you spend another minute or another dollar on your marketing, make sure that you have a clear message and a strategic website. As a reminder, you can find the Marketing Guiding Statements mini course, the website guide, and all other mentioned resources in the show notes. And on that note, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Priority Pursuit podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, we hope you'll take a moment to share it with your small business friends, to leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, and then you'll join us next week for even more marketing, boundary, and priority-driven tactics you can use to build a life and a small business that you love.